morning, everybody. This is Anabel Carillo, your friendly neighborhood realtor, and I'm here with Daniel Mosqueda, a loan officer with Guild Mortgage. So let me go ahead and let him introduce himself.
Hey everybody, my name is Daniel. Like she said, I'm a loan officer with Guild Mortgage located here in Las Vegas.
Thanks, Daniel. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do here is, like he said, we've been kind of talking back and forth about what's been going on in the market. So, I have what I see as a realtor. I'm going to give you quick stats and then I'm going to see how it relates to the lending side. If you find any of this information useful, if you have any questions, please go ahead and comment in the chat and give us a like or subscribe if you can. Share it out. It really helps us out with our YouTube algorithm. Thanks, everybody. So here we go. A little bit of information that I have on the realtor side is median home prices. You guys know how I like to talk about those monthly median home prices for single family homes. Fourth month in a row, December, January, February, March. 425,000. A whole lot of, I would call, stability going on there. Nothing really happening, no real movement. We're not going down anymore. We're not going up, we're not going down. Nothing's really happening. What I do see happening is days on the market. That went from 43 days on the market to 31 days on the market. On your side, Daniel, that's what we see in the housing market, but I know you see it first before we do when mortgages come around. I know we're moving into the spring and summer months, and typically those are quicker months in terms of sales. What are you seeing?
You definitely hit on a point. During the spring and summer season, it's usually when a lot more buyers get back into the purchasing or buying of a home. You'll see an influx of buyers at this time because of a few reasons, actually. They want to get into a home before the kids go back to school. A lot of parents don't like moving kids in the middle of the school season. So it's really important for them to get this done sooner. The other thing is the holiday season is over. Now that the holidays are over, people aren't worried about getting
Mm.
presents, getting gifts, and all the stress that kind of comes with that. And then finally, tax returns. Tax season is coming to an end. It's almost mid-April, and a lot of people are getting a bunch of money in right now, and they're super excited to use it on something, and most of them want to use it on a down payment for a home.
Oh, I see. So there's that money aspect. It's here, so let's use it for the purchase of a home. That's cool.
Mhm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, with that said, since we see that we have more money coming in and maybe kids not being in school, so it's a good time to move them before school year starts. Have you actually seen more applications for mortgages, or what is that looking like?
Yeah, so personally, I've seen an influx of buyers coming in, more people motivated to buy right now because, again, same reasons, mostly the tax reasons and a bunch of programs. But just last month or this month, the NBA came out with the mortgage apps, and it looks like they went up 2% week over week. And this is actually the third week in increases.
Wow.
This is also happening through the month of February when rates were high, and now rates are starting to creep down a little bit. So it's kind of giving you that feeling that when buyers or potential buyers hear even a slight decrease in interest rates, they're going to start flooding.
Yeah, rates might have been a little bit high for a minute there. It sounds
Mhm.
like you were still getting applications. And more to your point, as rates start to come down, people hear that and they go and apply. That means there's not a shortage of people wanting to apply. People are just a little bit hesitant. As soon as they get the opportunity, they do it.
Oh, absolutely. What I tell a lot of the clients right now is I don't like using a certain phrase that people like to use, but if you aren't getting into purchasing a home right now when rates are a little bit higher, there's going to be a lot more competition down the road, especially when rates do go down, which kind of
Right.
takes a lot of benefits from you personally as a buyer. So try to get ahead of the curve is what I look at. Get into that house and then worry about the rate in about 6 months a year. There's a lot of different ways we can make your payments a little bit lower now, and then you can refinancing later and just get a better rate and a better payment.
Well, one thing that's very true is there's a lot of things we can do even now. As far as negotiating on the realtor side, there's always getting money back from your seller to
Mhm.
buy a buy down. That I have the flexibility to do now because there isn't so much competition in the market. So the good thing about going in now is that it's not as competitive, so you can get yourself more favorable conditions. Let me ask you something that kind of ties into both of us. Pending home sales for the month
Mhm.
of February. What was that looking like?
So pending home sales is the amount went up about 1% in signed contracts week over week, and this is actually the third month in increase. So we're in March, or we were in March, and it looks like people were still buying even during those holiday seasons, and there was an influx or an increase each month of buyers jumping back into this market. I did want to touch also just briefly on the fact that with everything that's been going on with banks and people feeling a little insecure
Oh
about
yeah,
putting their
that's
money
true.
there, homes are such a great asset that a lot of investors put money into. So there could be even more a bigger influx into the housing market now because people want to make sure their money is safe. They want to feel a sense of security when it comes to how they protect their assets.
I like that. So let me ask you a question. A lot of people have a fear of, because of what's happening with the banks, a possible recession, trigger warning 2008 all over again.
Yeah.
I feel that there's a distinct difference because what happened then was because of housing. And therefore the houses lost value. It wasn't the other way around. So how do you see it?
Well, you got to look at 2007 and 2008 a lot different from what it is today. Today we have homes appreciating with low inventory and a lot of regulations around the lending aspect of it. But when you're looking at 2007 and 2008, you're looking at you can get a mortgage even if you had a pulse, you were breathing, you were alive, it didn't really matter. And there was appreciation in homes, even though we had a large inventory. So it's a lot different because it kind of 2007, 2008 kind of went against the just the laws of economics then. And again, on your point, if anything does happen, it isn't that housing is going to be the trigger of this recession. It's most likely going to be something different. The housing market is still strong. You know what I mean? We got regular buyers still trying to purchase out there. We got investors still trying to purchase homes. We got cash buyers still trying to purchase homes. So in like again, just touching on that point, low inventory. So it's really going to be in someone's benefit to try to get in before. I think I've told you this multiple times, like they price themselves out of the market in a sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I also heard you say something about cash buyers. To
Yes.
me, normally when you're a cash buyer and you're buying a dilapidated home to fix up,
Mm-hmm.
most of the time those people are investors. They probably think they're going to make money. So to the average person, if they're willing to do it and they know business wise what they're doing, probably should give us more security that it's a safe time to buy. You know what I mean?
Month of January/February, cash buy or actually investors made up one of out of every five buyers that we had up. Again, these people are showing you, like you said, it's the resilience in that market, resilience in purchasing a home, why it's such a great asset. And again, these people work with money, and why would they be putting their money into something they feel is going to actually crash?
If you feel like you're ready and you have all your ducks in a row, it's a good time to buy then. I'm not saying if you don't feel like you're ready and this is not the what you want, that's it's always a good time to buy when you're ready. That's pretty much the key to it. Now, what I'm trying to do here, and I think what Daniel's trying to do here, is remove the stigma that we've been getting bombarded by with what's going on in the news and all the scary stuff happening with the banks. All of that is happening. Really, it hasn't necessarily slowed down the market. As you can see, he's talking about what he sees. I'm showing you the median home price has not gone down. It's a lot of stuff happening out there, and housing is still selling. It sounds like mortgage applications are still coming in. So there's a lot of people that right now are taking advantage. They're getting themselves good deals, right? Better
Absolutely.
deals than they're probably going to see in the near future because this this situation right now feels like it's very much stable, calm, not going up, not going down. You can maybe get yourself a good situation as far as finding a house that you're comfortable with a mortgage that you're comfortable with.
It's never a perfect time to buy, to be honest with you, but you're getting a lot of credits out of the buyers. If you didn't buy in 2020, you're probably complaining about the fact that you had to put too much money over, even though interest rates were perfect, but you didn't want to put more money down on a home because, oh, I'm not going to pay this much money for that house. Then after that, you're like, no, 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 I don't want to buy a house right now because interest rates are too high, yada, yada, yada. The market is never
Right,
necessarily perfect. You just got to find a market that's going to work for you. Like this previous market or this current market, I'm not sure how long it's going to last because these markets change overnight. But if you're one of
right.
those buyers that are trying to get into a home with minimal money, this is the market for you. You know what I mean? You got seller credits coming in, there are down payment assistance programs. You're one of those people that just keep pushing it off. you might be ready. You might actually literally be ready. You're just chasing a pipe dream of the perfect market, which in a sense doesn't
Doesn't
really
exist.
ever exist.
If you're waiting for it to become 2008,
Mm-hmm.
forget about that. If you're waiting for it to become 2020 again and you're going to get a 2% interest rate, forget about that. And that was like a historic, whoever was lucky enough, I was not, by the way, whoever was lucky enough to buy in 2020, good for you. You know what I mean? That
Well,
didn't happen
refinance
all.
in 2020. Purchase, no.
Oh yeah,
Refinance,
no. A
lucky.
lot of us refinanced in 2020, which is good. Like I'm glad hey, at least I did that.
I wouldn't.
I have a cousin that bought in 2020. That house has so much. Oh my God.
Equity, yeah,
She did so good.
absolutely.
She
Absolutely.
did so good. But I think that was dumb luck. Like some people were in the market already February
Hmm.
and they happened to close in March. Like
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
was dumb luck. Like that's not unless you want another global pandemic.
All in all, like I think the bottom, not the bottom line, but the purpose of this is stop chasing a market. You're always going to be behind if you're chasing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Dive right in, get into it, see what you can purchase, see if you qualify for something. And if even if you're not ready right now, talking to a lender is always a great idea. At least you'll know about what
Exactly.
products are available. So again, stop chasing and get in there.
Thank you guys so much. Like I said, we're here for you. Come ask us questions. Daniel and I, Anabel Carillo. And I hope that was some useful information. If you have any questions, remember, come ask or give
Mhm.
us a call. My number 702-376-5472. Daniel?
And it's 702-972-5772. Or you can find me on my social media outlets. I got an Instagram and TikTok. I'll have Anna put those on the bottom. That way I don't have to say them out here. And
Yeah,
that's
good,
about it,
good call.
guys.
All right. Until next time. Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys.